Episode 8, October 3rd, 2013. Alright, let's get started. Today we're going to talk about Photoshop and you. So you want to do photo edits or elaborate masterpieces, but you don't know where to start with Photoshop. Let me help you with that. The first thing you want to do is download any version you can find from CS4 to CS6. If you do want to find free versions of CS4, you can contact me. But there are some things you need to do with Photoshop to get good at it, and let me enlighten those to you. The first thing you want to do is just mess around, do whatever you like. Do simple edits of faces over anything you choose, because the more you work at it, the better you'll get. You'll appreciate the fine details of photos of if you've copy-pasted an object and there's still spaces you don't want in it, you'll appreciate zooming in and taking them out. The next thing you want to do is learn all the hotkeys. If you do many Photoshops and over a certain period of time, you'll realize how much time you would save. Learn all the kind of hotkeys for selecting the different tools, zooming in and zooming out, creating new layers, and all kinds of different accessories. After you feel like you've acquired some talent with Photoshopping and you've got a good grasp of the different tools and skills so far, try tutorials that you can find online. Just Google Photoshop tutorials or anything you like. For example, there's the season 4 Breaking Bad poster where it's a yellow goldish thing. There's tutorials on how to do that. And those usually, if you're not too artistically talented, like I will tell you about how to create different textures and roughness, smoothness, and how to put layers on top of layers of different colors and curves and lines. And I'm still grasping a lot of that myself, but the more you keep working at it and realizing each step of the tutorial and applying it to little by little to your own personal projects, the more they'll be ingrained in you and you'll get something out of them. Photoshop is just something you have to keep working at, like any other thing. It's not going to come overnight or a couple Photoshops. It takes interest and time in it to get good at it, but that's all up to you with what you want to do with Photoshop. If you just want to do something very similar, copy-pasting images very cleanly, not much talent or skill is required. But if you want to make something out of the talents with it, you can go ahead and invest the time. And if you don't want to download Photoshop, there's GIMP, where you can write your own codes and commands in there if you're that talented in that. But it's all up to you in a matter of preference. And if you get good enough with Photoshop, you can make GIFs or GIFs for those that prefer it, but I prefer GIFs. And the more you make those, the better you'll get at it. Like, for example, the first GIF I made was 6 seconds long, but it ended up being 25 megabytes. So I still have work to do in that. Alright, that's it for today. So, what kind of advice do ears take? Q-tips.